Yo, people, what's going on? Back again with another episode. Unpopular opinions. Akeem, what you saying, my guy? Can't hear you, bro. Muted.
You hear me now, yeah?
Yeah, bro. What you saying?
I'm good, bro. What you saying?
I'm all right. I was all right. Man started seeing McTominay quotes, and then, bruv, I just knew that this show was gonna go left, bro.
What did he say?
Bro, McTominay is one of the spokespeople here for Manchester United Football Club, bro. Man didn't even really want to talk about Man United too tough, but bro.
I do quite like verbal sparring with opponents. I've had a run with Neymar when PSG came to Old Trafford last season. He ended up grabbing me. You could see his head was gone for a moment in a way he was so aggressive. Well, why has he brought this up now? There's a lot of talk going on. Words that your mum and dad might not like to hear. That's the part of the enjoyment of football competition. He's trying to beat me. I'm trying to stop him.
But didn't Neymar bag 2 goals in that game that he's talking about?
Yeah.
It's mad. And
I don't even know why.
He can say what he wants. He's a top personality. He revels in that competitive edge. You can tackle him hard. You can talk back to him, and he still loves you. He never holds back with anything. That's the sign of a true Man United player, bro. Shut up, innit? You know them, like, bruv. You see me, yeah? I don't really care about England, but you see when we play against a home nation, bruv, I turn into a hooligan, bruv. I'm not losing to Scotland, Ireland, or Wales, bruv. I'm not. I refuse, innit? Like, trust me, I'll be fucking proper England today, bruv, because I'm not trying to lose to Scotland. Imagine losing to McTominay and seeing that brick fucking knee sliding, yeah, at Wembley. Are you mad?
Vindaloo, England, and
bruv, listen. I'm going mad today.
I don't know why he's talking about but anyway, yeah, his comments are dead in it. I think he's basically saying Bruno has got a better mentality than Neymar. It basically seems to be the way he's going on. But either way, whatever.
Did man see what Neymar done last night, bruv? Neymar was moving mad. You know, that was absolutely mad. Bro, best player on the planet. It's not even close. Man said, I only saw the highlight. Bruv, yeah. Neymar was moving crazy, blood. Crazy.
Like I said, there's a big difference in quality when you're comparing some of these guys in it. And Bruno always looks like the shouter. He looks like the man who kicks up a stink, but he looks like.
Then he hides when it matters, bro. He hides when it matters, bro. I watched Portugal stink the place out the other day, yeah, and sucker punch flipping Hungary. Yeah, Portugal were horrible, and Bruno was crap.
Bruno and Bernardo Silva were awful still.
But they were awful. The whole team was shy, bro. Like, honestly, Portugal are rubbish. Legit. And I got loads of Portuguese friends, yeah. And like, respectfully, your country's dead, bro. Can't ball, blood. That's all. Bare names on paper, but no chemistry, no style of play, no nothing. It's horrible, isn't it? They're one of the worst teams to watch in the tournament.
Like that's legit. And that's why people keep mentioning the fact that they're the holders and they should go through with France. Like, bro, Germany should be looking at them like, you ain't that good. Like, even them as they are now, Germany should beat Portugal. I don't think that possible team. Yeah. But again, it's all about what's on paper to people, innit? And people see Bruno and Ronaldo and Bernardo Silva, and then they think that obviously that they have a shot at winning the Euros, which obviously they could. There's only 6 games left for them to win, but bro, they did not look good. Out of all the big sides, they did not look good at all, even though they won 3-0 in the end. So obviously history.
But that's what I'm saying. So this is what I mean, bro. It's some joke thing, bro. Honestly, yeah. Like, bro, I just want to get away from United because they make my blood boil, in it. Do you know what I mean? But even when I look at this tournament, yeah, like, there's just too many dead ballers, bro. Like, and there's too many dead performances. A lot of we want to talk about the players that have actually done their thing. KDB done his thing yesterday, bro.
He did.
Immediate impact.
You got a shout out to Lukaku though. This tournament, he's come through at least.
Lukaku's done what Lukaku does, innit? Like, he definitely influences the game and he does smelly things as well. That's who he is, innit? Yeah. You know them ones. Like yesterday, he was probably smelly for like an hour and then he done a mad thing. The run for the second goal was sick. You know them ones. Held my man off, dropped the shoulder, whatever, played it in. But then first half, he was horrible. And that's what you get with him, innit? But De Bruyne came off the bench and done the mad thing immediately. The whole game's just on his head. Same with Hazard. Hazard's flicking over man's head, whatever. Half fit, quarter fit. Eden Hazard's still a top player, innit? And you're seeing the top players are shining in this tournament. Pogba, immense. You know them ones there.
Yeah, we got to do a shout out to Memphis still. Like
Memphis, bro. But the thing is with Memphis, Memphis, what I like about him is even when it's not coming off for him, he still wants the ball. He's still putting himself about. He's still trying things. He don't hide in games, bro. Certain man, just out here hiding, bro. And that's just how it is.
Collecting the ball. In fact, they were talking about a stat and how many times he tried to collect the ball, how many times he touched the ball in the final third. And it was like, it's like three or four more times than any other attackers in the Euros so far at that point in at round one, innit? And it's like he's getting in there and he's not trying to hide, because in tournaments like this, you'll see a lot of players like that will just hide in their team and think, you know what, I'm part of a winning team, I'm part of a team that's won 3 out of 3. But really, what have you actually done to get your team there? Do you know what I mean? Memphis has been, or even in the friendlies before the Euros, Memphis was dragging Holland up a lot of the time, to be honest with you. So I think, and you know what? There's been I can't really speak for yesterday, but before yesterday, there was about 3 days in a row of games, over the weekend, where most of the games were quite even, and they were sealed by a little bit of quality from the best players showing up in it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And that was it. Whether it was the Austria game with Alaba, do you know what I'm saying? Or it was or it was players like Memphis showing up in the Holland game. There was actual players that made the difference, and without them, they wouldn't. Do you know what I'm saying? Without them, these games would have been a draw, 100%. So
100%, bro.
We got to give respect to
players. All the ball that Belgium had, if De Bruyne and Hazard don't come on, you could see that just being one of them frustrating games where nothing happens.
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean? But that's what I mean. The big players decide games in the big moments. Do you know what I mean? The Portugal game, if they never got a penalty, they probably wouldn't even have got nothing out of the game, bro. They got a draw. They were shit. The penalty changed the game, bro.
Ronaldo saying good performance.
It was a terrible performance. It was a terrible performance. You know what I'm saying? It was a terrible performance. And the first goal was like a deflection, I swear. It deflected twice or something like that.
Yeah, it deflected twice. Yeah. Then he scored the penalty. Then he scored the third one.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. Like literally, some jolting. Honestly, bruv, that's the equivalent of Immobile, bruv, scoring the third goal in a 3-0 win, like in both games and that. And you know what I mean? It's just like, it's mad. The penalty changed the whole flow of the game. And not even that, the goal that they conceded changes the whole flow of the game. And before that, they weren't really doing nothing, bro. So football's a game of momentum. And you saw, that after Hungary were battling, bro, when you can see the goal like that, bro, morale just completely drops. They fell apart. Ronaldo capitalized and scored 2 goals. But Portugal was shocking. They were shocking. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is, bro. And it's like, same with the England game. England win 1-0. England were rubbish. They were completely crap, bro. Like, they had 2 shots on target in 90 minutes.
Even the goal was right at the keeper. Like,
but he hit the goalkeeper, bro. Like, honestly, man hit the goalie. You know, like that. So, when man's looking at it, it's like you're playing against a Croatia team with no legs. Legs have gone, to the point where Calvin Phillips has got the whole midfield to himself. And 2, that's it. 2 shots on target in the whole 90 minutes. A man are praising the performance. The performance was embarrassing. The performance literally was raising alarm bells for me, because I'm like, if you man can't do it against these man, then bruv, when you come up against a proper team, you're in trouble. And I don't trust Southgate,
I tell you the
to pick the right team.
Yeah, the problem that happens, which is, you could say, gift and a curse of winning the first game in it, is that more often than not, these managers look at it and be like, well, we won the first game. Let's stick to the same script, same starting 11, same tactics for the second game, third game, and so on. But the truth is, England won that game, great. Yeah, great to win the game, get the first 3 points over the hardest team in the group. Now switch it up to the best team, because end of the day, that starting 11 with that shape and that style of play is not going to get England any further than. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
That kind of team will only beat. That kind of game will only beat teams like Croatia. As soon as England come up against a team with a competent midfield, a dynamic midfield,
and a team that can run.
But that's it. As soon as they get a team that can run, they're in trouble, bruv. That's why England always struggle against, in the World Cup, they struggle against them South American teams. And do you know what I mean? Because these men are just mad dynamic, bro. Like, that's all it is. That's just all it is. Literally, England outran Croatia, and that's why they beat them, bro. That's it. But England in the final third were poor. 2 shots in 90 minutes on target is poor, bro. It's very poor. So I don't know how man could turn around and say that was a good performance. Like, Kieran Trippier at left back later.
They always say that you should always be wary, when you don't have a lot of shots on target. Like, it's the same. It doesn't matter if it's club football or international. Yeah, you might win 1-0 here and there, or get a 2-1 with a penalty here and there, but it's not consistent. And you won't always score 1 in 2 of the chances you get in 90 minutes. Like, it's very hard to do that. You need to be creating 5-6 clear chances. Like, bro, I'm watching games in the Euros with 10 minutes to go. Teams are creating more than 2 chances.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, like, bro.
With 10 minutes to go, they're creating 2 big chances. That's bro. Even Denmark's created 3 big chances in 10 minutes.
Yeah, you're right. Denmark were all over Belgium.
Yeah, so I'm like, bro, 90 minutes to create 2 chances, 2 big chances. It's not sustainable. You can't do that, because when you come up against a better team, one of those 2 chances will get snuffed out, and the other 2 chances, the other one, you better hope that you got Harry Kane at his best. Do you know what I mean? It's too much of a risk. You got to be able to create enough chances that you're gonna win 2, 3, 4. Like, you know what? Look at the best in the Euros, so which is France, clearly at the moment. Look at France France won 1-0, but best believe France had 2 or 3 more goals in their locker.
If they needed it, bro, and they got 2 disallowed as well.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? So whereas England at that 1-0 point, I think it was about 65, 70 minutes. We all knew, the whole nation knew, it's time to pack up shop, because we're not scoring a second and third goal here. This is it. Do you know what I mean? Which is fine, but we just got to understand that's the sort of setup we're looking at now at England. Get a goal, defend. Do you know what I mean? And the Scotland game coming up, which I know is just talk about now, is always more of a risky one playing like that, because Scotland have nothing to lose. They have to win practically. They have to practically win. So if Scotland score first, or if England score even first and Scotland just start attacking them, England's got to come out. They can't just defend for 90 minutes. And I know Scotland haven't got the quality, but at the end of the day, this is the Euros. Any goal could happen. Do you know what I'm saying? So the tactics have to completely change for this game. Completely.
Yeah, and I think the lineup has to change as well. Do you know what I mean? I think the lineup has to change. The one thing is, I think that Southgate is going to get psyched out. You know, because it's a derby, he might just go with his passion merchant players, innit? Instead of going with his technical players, he might go with the players that are going to run harder for him. Do you know what I mean? So when man are saying there's rumors that Shaw's going to come in for Trippier and all these things, I don't know if that's the case, bro. I don't know if that's the case. Look, you're saying Luke Shaw, Reece James are preparing to replace Kieran Trippier and Kyle Walker. I don't know if he'll do that. Do you know what I'm saying? To give more attacking threat in the wide areas, Mings is expected to put. But
attacking threat, like Luke Shaw. Okay,
it's a lie, bro. Like, bro, I'll believe it when I see it.
I'll be real. 2 weeks ago, before even just after the squad was announced, the final squad, we all knew that Pickford, Trippier, and Sterling was going to play, because those are Gareth Southgate's go-to men because of the success from 2 or 3 years ago, or the relative success of getting to the semis. So Trippier, he's gone with what he knows and loves, innit? Trippier, Sterling, and Pickford even if they don't technically deserve to play based on because let's keep it real. Like there's other forwards that's probably sitting on the bench thinking, raw, like how can Sterling have a meaty season and still walk in to the team like that when I've had a good season and I'm not playing?
And he played dead as well, but he scored. And again, he scored, that means, now, like, he's almost cemented his place in the team now.
100%. And then, like, the maddest thing is, like, obviously, in that game, when it got to a certain point, I was thinking, when it got to about 65 minutes, I was thinking, Raj, Grealish ain't playing today. And then they brought on Rashford. You know what I'm saying? Then we brought Rashford on. So I think Southgate doesn't rate Grealish in terms of importance to the team. He puts Sterling and Rashford
above him,
and Foden as well. Foden, Mount, Sterling, Rashford, all ahead of Grealish. So that means Grealish probably ain't going to play a full 90 minutes this whole Euros. I hope I'm wrong though. And you know the mad thing about it is,
I like Foden as well. I like Foden.
No, I like Foden, but
he's not on Grealish's level, bro. He's not on his level. Like,
you know what's unfair about Grealish? Grealish seems like Grealish has to play, even if he only plays 10 minutes or 20 minutes. It seems like he has to play and score. Or it's like if you don't score or you don't do a madness when you're on the field, you're not playing next game. It's like, why does he have to further prove himself when there's other man on the field that's not proving himself in the England shirt anyway? Like, I think it's just because he plays for this is where, bro, because you play for Villa, you're just respected less. But I know Calvin Phillips was given his shot. So I don't really see what it is about Grealish, why they probably think, you know what, Southgate and his coaching team feel like he's an extra. We can bring him on at 83 minutes, 72 minutes. That's it. But today's a perfect game for Grealish to play in. Perfect game for him to play in. But bro,
every game is a perfect game for Jack Grealish, bro, because he doesn't hide. He wants to get on the ball. He's one of the best carriers of the ball in world football. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, you saw it with Phil Foden, When the game's not really going England's way and he's not getting the ball, he's not going to do what Jack does. Jack will drop deep, pick up the ball deep and carry it. Foden was on the periphery of the game last game, bro, because England weren't really progressing the ball up to that right wing. Apart from the shot that he had that hit the post, which was early and it was on the counter-attack, he wasn't involved. First half, I think he had like 14 touches. Like, he wasn't involved.
So why do you think the English media prefer Sterling, Rashford, and Foden over Grealish?
Grealish is a bad boy, and the thing is, the media already done their bullshit with Sterling, got called out on their bullshit. So now they backpedaled on him, and now they're sucking him off. They've gone the exact opposite way. You know them. You know them ones. That's just all it is, because they want to try and make it seem that they're not racist anymore and they've seen the error of their race, but they still are. Do you know what I mean? Look at the way they treated Greenwood compared to the way they treat Foden for the same incident. And one of them had a baby and a missus at home, and one didn't. You know, like that. So they're doing the same thing. They're just doing the same thing. And then man suck off Rashford because he's feeding kids. That's just all it is. You know, so when you look at it, because Jack Grealish is a bit of a Jack the Lad and he does his own thing and he's a bit of a maverick, they don't really like him like that. Do you know what I mean? And the thing, what I like about Grealish is he doesn't try to be like Tivo. He just being himself. He doesn't give a shit. You know, like that. He's got his socks down low. Man's got his hair band in. Man's got his tight clothes and they tight kit and that, bro. Man's wearing baby gap kits and that. He doesn't care, bro. He just doesn't care, bro. He just walks with like bare arrogance, and I love it, bro. You know, because he knows he's a baller, bro. You know, like that. So the thing is, he's not super likable for the media, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I feel like this is a competition where he's got to be annoyed that he's not playing it more, because I know it's only been one game, but I'm just saying the way it looks, like I feel like even if he plays today, like it feels like he has to put together an 8-9 performance minimum, or you won't see him. You won't see him start again. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like it's a shame, because if he's used and he plays full 90 minutes, the game will run through him. Instead, England are trying to put pressure on Kane being the focal point. But the reality is, this is the same problem that cost England 3 years ago in the World Cup, because You tried to put the pressure on Kane. Kane was already tired and weary, like he looks tired and weary again now. Yeah. You tried to play through him, which made him drop deeper, and Croatia could handle that because they had a better midfield. It was really simple. So now England once again are trying to put the pressure on Kane, and probably it looks like Sterling to be the focal point going forward. You need to give it to a player with better quality on the ball, like Grealish. It just makes
Grealish is the best player on the ball in the whole team. And the fact he's not being used, that shows you everything that's wrong with English football, the mentality, what's wrong with Southgate, and why England ain't never going to win nothing. Because if you had half a brain cell, you build the whole team around getting the best out of Jack Grealish. He's the guy that's going to create the chances. He's the one that's going to draw the fouls. He's the guy that's going to free up space for everyone else. He's literally essential, bro. Like, he's any manager's dream having a player like him. And to think that Southgate doesn't rate, man, it's a disgrace, isn't it? Like, honestly, bro, if I could say how I felt about Gareth Southgate on here, I would, blood. You know, like that. It's one of them ones where man get too many complaints. I'm telling you, because I despise it, bro. And this is why, I've never really fucked with English football, blood, because of stuff like that. Because every time I see them produce any great player, they ruin them and they waste them. They waste them. I saw them man do it to Joe Cole. Man could talk about injuries or whatever. Joe Cole was excited. He came through, had something different, stuck him out on the wing and ruined him. Bro, I see it all the time, bro. I see it all the time. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, Joe Foden's not there right yet. He's not there yet, bro. Foden's not there yet. He's got the potential to be there, but he's not there, innit? Like, he's not there. When Rooney was his age, Rooney was doing absolute madness. And even Rooney never hit his potential, bro. Everyone can talk about numbers. The reason why Rooney never hit his potential is because he got wasted as well. You know them ones, getting stuck out on the wing and that, playing second fiddle to other players and doing the team player shit and just getting played out wide and that. You know, like that. What the fuck? Like, players like Rooney.
And you see that with a lot of teams at the moment. Like, in international football, you do see that a lot, where they've got a lot of good players in one position, and all they try and do is just put, let's just play all of them together. Like, that's what some managers seem to do in international. Let's play all of them, just throw them all together in a team, and it'll work. Or you go out right, even though we know that you're better in the middle. Now, I understand how they're trying to do that, but Southgate needs to understand who the best players actually are. Like, because obviously from his perspective, I think with Gareth Southgate, he doesn't seem to give a damn clearly what really happens in club football. Yeah, what he cares about who's showing up for him internationally. So that's why Jordan Pickford's his guy regardless, because he doesn't care what he does for Everton. From his perspective, he's like, what he does for England, he's great, even though Pickford made 2 mistakes over the last couple of years for England anyway, but he hasn't done it in a major game, a mistake, so Pickford, fine. That's his logic. Kieran Trippier, probably the best defender in the World Cup for him, for England, last time, so he gets a shout, blah, blah, blah. And that's his logic. So Grealish has only come into England contention for the last 2.5 years, 2 years. So he's thinking, especially because of the COVID thing and the big breaks, he's probably been like, I've not really got to know this guy, so I can't trust him in the starting 11. That's the way Southgate clearly goes off trust only and not actually looking at ability and who plays best, who is the better player. And that is going to obviously could hurt England. It may not, don't get me wrong. They could scrape through, win 1-0 here and there. They could get good draws in the second round and somehow find their way into the semis and final. I don't think they could, but they could. But end of the day, what that leads to is the good players playing off the not playing. Like Sancho may not play. We may not see Grealish playing for a full 90 minutes. And that's why Sterling, Rashford, Pickford, Trippier, expect them to play a lot more in this Euros, because that's it. It's not about ability.
But that's why England ain't gonna do jack shit, bro. Like, honestly, because it's the mentality of the country, the mentality of the coaches here. That's why the football here is dead, bro. Legit. It's just pace and power and stats. That's all man care about. That's all man care about. Remember, Southgate came out and said that Grealish's stats ain't as good as Rashford's and Sterling's. That's why he's not playing. That's what he literally said. He said that. He said he said his goals and assists. This was a while ago. And the thing is, even now, Grealish is starting to talk more about stats and that himself, because he knows, yeah, that if his stats ain't good, he ain't going to get picked, even though he's our best player. And it makes me sick, bro.
Which is mad, because back in the day when England were close to sourcing, Gazza's numbers weren't mad. It was never mad.
They weren't. They were never mad.
And then look how that was as close as England's got. That was when England were feared across the world, when they had man like Gaza playing in that position. And his record in his whole career was average, bro. Like his numbers. Yeah. Who cares? But that's the thing.
That was an era of football where you were allowed to be special, innit? Now, you just got to be a robot. And that's just what it is. And my man said they're rushing Foden. Of course they are. They're fast-tracking Foden because they want Foden to be someone that he's not. You know them ones. Like, the British media want him to be Gaza so badly. This British media are always looking for a star. They're always looking for someone to pin their hopes on, yeah, so they can tear them down when it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Instead of building a team. And that's the problem with this country. They always need a hero all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? They did it with Beckham. You know what I mean? They tried to do it with Rooney and that. Bruv, there'll never be a single player, yeah, that's good enough to make England win something on their own, because, bro, as a nation, yeah, there's too many holes in that football team, bro. They ain't got the mentality. They don't have the skill set. They don't have the attitude. And they don't have the coaches.
I think the fortunate thing is, because the Euros is basically in England, like the latest stages and when England have played anyway, like if fans come back, stay in, because obviously that's not a given, but if they do stay in, there's enough momentum from England to play badly and still scrape through each round. I still think...
I hear that, but when they come up against a proper team, it's not going to matter.
Why? So what do you think? So if they were to play France, what do you think the score?
France will beat England 3-0 comfortably. Legit. Like, it won't matter where it is, blood. You could be on the River Thames, bruv. It doesn't matter. Have you seen France's midfield's too much for England? Look at England's midfield. England's best midfield isn't good enough to compete with France. It's not good enough to compete with Germany. Like, there's a few. It's not good enough to compete with Belgium. Like, their best midfield, we could sit down and say who's England's best. It doesn't matter. They're still gonna have to play Declan Rice, yeah, and either a young Bellingham or a Henderson or a Calvin Phillips. Them man come up against Kante and Pogba, or come up against Gundogan and Kroos. Do you know what I mean? They're getting yammed, bruv. It don't matter against KDB and them, man. Bruv, the thing's different. There's levels to football, bruv. I don't care how good these men think they are. They're not that good, innit? Like, we're talking about real elite ballers in this competition. Elite. Not good, elite.
But that being said, if you used that front four of Mount, Grealish, Foden, Kane correctly, that would be a problem.
That'd be a massive problem. But again, they'll still have a soft center. Look at their center backs in their midfield. They get ran through. It don't matter. Mbappe, Griezmann, Benzema, deal with them. That's it, bro. Like, honestly, Kante screening.
Maguire and Stones, yeah.
That's it. Yeah. They get ruined, bro. Like, honestly, yeah. The core of the team is the most important place. England's defense and midfield ain't good enough for them to win this tournament. I love their attack. That's why I'm saying England have to go all-out attack, because they're gonna concede goals against good teams, innit? Because they don't have the core, they don't have the spine. But instead of doing that, Southgate's playing mad defensive.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. Like, that's the thing, and it's like England have to be, and the unfortunate thing is, maybe it's because and this is where we're going to see the difference in it, because Croatia, you could see on paper, was more worrying on paper to play against, so maybe he was more cautious. Now, let's give always one game benefit of the doubt. The Scotland game, as much as this is a historic game and is against a great British team, end of the day, it is an easier game. It's an easy game. England are good enough to win 2-3-0. But even Scottish man are saying this is an easy game for England. England should win easily. Yeah. So this is a game where you're going to see, however England play now is how you could expect them to be in the tournament. If they are suddenly going to go all out attack, then you can be like, okay, maybe he is trying to switch it up every game. If England are not free flowing and they're playing like the Croatia game, then it is going to be a slow tournament because, like, look at Holland. Look at the Holland-Ukraine game, which is probably the best game of the Euros so far, in my opinion. Like, Holland play fearlessly. Like, teams like Holland and Belgium, they know that they know their weaknesses. Like, Belgium's weaknesses are their slow defense. Netherlands through the middle and the back, they are weakest. Yeah, in terms of like teams come. They understand that, so they're like, we're going to play free flowing attack, direct football, and it's working for them. Do you know what I mean? Whereas England need to understand the strengths and weaknesses of this team and stop trying to play defensive when your strongest attributes is in attack, and you're giving Kane two touches in the box in a half.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Bro, Kane's the one who everyone is scared of. Like, bro, give him more opportunities in the box. People saying he played badly, bro. You gave him one shot, you gave him one half chance on a plate, or one chance on the plate, in 90 minutes. Do you know what I'm saying? How, bro? If I was playing with Harry Kane, even if we didn't have the confidence to play through the middle or play through channels, get the ball to Harry Kane. He's good enough to pick the ball, look up, nudge a man, shoot, and if he does that 2 or 3 times, he'll score one of them. He's good enough for that. You're not even giving him the ball.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on.
Bruv, and you know what? I'm seeing your comments here. And when you talk about midfields, bruv, look at Frankie de Jong yesterday. Italy's midfield. Holland's midfield are moving to England's midfield as well. Bruv, honestly, the midfield is so key. It's so key, man. That's where games are won and lost, yeah? You hear it all the time and it sounds cliche and that, but bruv, it's the realest shit ever. If you lose the midfield battle, you lose the foothold in the game. Look what Southgate said. He's really starting to threaten the goal and be influential in the final third more and more, which is great. One, that's a load of bollocks, yeah, because honestly, Jack Grealish has been one of the most influential players in the final third for years, bro. Even if he's not scoring goals or getting assists, yeah, the amount of free kicks this guy wins, I think he's the most fouled player in the league, and he has been for years. He had more progressive dribbles than Lionel Messi at one point. Like, what is man actually talking about?
I've just read the rest of the thing. Read it. And see
then he said, when I've talked to him about the next level for his game, when you look at the numbers that Sterling and Rashford as wide players, yeah, who are both playing as strikers, don't really have defensive responsibility. I see Jack Grealish tracking back, slide tackling and that. I don't see Sterling and Rashford tracking back like that. Rashford don't run back. This man mad, bro. When he loses the ball, he's walking. And
let's not forget the fact that that Grealish is playing for Aston Villa. Do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes Grealish is looking up thinking, bro, some of these games I will have to be an extra midfielder, midfielder coming back because I'm playing against a team 10 times better than us and we need to hold off to win. Yeah. Bro, you think Sterling needs to do that? Sterling loses the ball, he can jog. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't need to run back.
Bro, I'm fuming when you read that. Man playing for Aston Villa. How are you really comparing man that are playing for Aston Villa to man playing for Man City and Man United and talking about numbers? Are you stupid? What's that got to do with influence? You can influence a game without putting up numbers. Players do it regularly. Southgate is sickening. Do you know what I mean? He's actually sick. He's sickening, bro. A man have Southgate for England. A man have Oli for Man United.
Yeah, but then again, that's the thing. Like the problem is that England managers through the past, like, because someone even said, like, is Southgate the problem? Because in a sense, like England, every manager they have, the same thing happens anyway. Like, what? It's not. Is it? I don't know. It's like, when have we had a manager that's even got it right? You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. Like, how in how many years? 20 years, 25 years. That I've seen any England manager do it right. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, even managers that they said were the best, bro, like Terry Venables, he made critical errors. Even in who was taking the penalty kicks, who was playing in that game against Germany. The flipping Glenn Hoddle, which people will say was the second best, bro. Look at the players who he even brought to the World Cup was a terrible choice at the time, and certain games in the way he played, bro. You can go all the way through these managers. And I'm thinking, who is even good? Who even got it right? Do you know what I mean? So it's a sad thing that England just choose. Maybe it's the decision making to bring the manager in, and maybe it's the pressure that those managers have that they have to play a certain way or they have to do a certain thing because it's England. I don't know, but it's just weird, isn't it? It's like, how can you have managers that have got it wrong for this long? It must be a bigger problem than Southgate.
Because it's the culture of this country, bro. It's the culture, bro. That's why I can't identify with it. The footballing culture here stinks, bro. And that's just what it is. Because you can see it from the selection of the managers. Someone like Southgate should never get it. Should never get it, bro. Do you know what I mean? And the funny thing is, you're getting a lot of these young players now, yeah. They're growing up, yeah, with YouTube and the internet. Like Jadon Sancho was like, yeah, he grew up watching Ronaldinho and that. These men don't grow up watching these Englishmen, bruv. Like, these men have YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And all these things. So, bruv, you're seeing the amount of flair that's starting to come into the English game. Do you know what I mean? Like players, like even players like Mason Mount being shackled, bro. He's a good technical footballer, but you only see about 10% of probably what he's capable of on the ball, bro.
That's why it's funny.
Because they're not encouraged. They're not encouraged to play football the right way, and that's why when Mason Mount does a sick touch, everyone's like, "Oh, look at the touch from Mount." He's got plenty more of that in his locker, but you'll never fucking see it. You know, like that, because man's not encouraged to play football like that.
That's why it's always funny with when they say, "Oh, you need more." Too many foreign managers in the Premier League. If there was none of these foreign managers, the Premier League wouldn't be what it is today, because the football style that they bring, these foreign managers, is what has made the Premier League even exciting and interesting to watch. Because I think it is more of a culture thing, like you said. It's the style of football that English players, fans want to. It's not even just the managers. It's what England fans want to see as well. The average England fan doesn't want to see what most European fans want to see. They just want to see heart, playing for the badge. They want to see courage. Do you know what I mean? Terry Butcher style. Do you know what I'm saying? Like flipping.
They want to see a man with his head bandaged up, head bust and that. That's why they love Ricky Hatton. You know them ones. Like my man said, them man love the valiant losers. You know them ones. Man will have his eyebrow cut, blood everywhere. But man will say, I gave it my all and that. It wasn't enough. And bear man will be cheering and that. I don't care. You know, like that. That's just what it is. It's dead, bro. Super dead, fam. Do you know what I mean? And then you got that, and then you got the arrogance that comes with it, bro. It's just bare jarring for me, innit?
Yeah, because look. The truth is, it can be done well, innit? Look at teams that have played to their potential, bro. You know what's funny? Like, there's teams even in this Euros that have played to their potential. Someone's even just mentioned. I was about to bring them up. Wales, yeah. Look, Wales have a 10% of the quality that England have got. 10%, yeah. If they still show the heart and passion that English fans want to see. But they also have the quality as well. They still show the quality, and there's no shock. That's why they got 4 points, and there's no shock that once again, just like the last Euro campaign, they're outdoing themselves once again. They're going above and beyond their potential. Do you know what I'm saying? They're being well coached based on what they have in front of them. And to be honest, probably out of all of the Man United Daniel James has probably been the best performing so far in the Euros. Still. Who would have thought?
Nah, Dan James is shit, blood.
No, but
he's been crap, Akeem, bro. I've been watching him. He's been shit, blood. He's been shit, blood. Man United posted that he posted the highest speed or something, bro. Like, he's crap. Gareth Bale and Aaron Ramsey have been doing their thing. Even the Kiefer Moore has been putting himself about like the mountain from Game of Thrones and that. But bro. You saw the quality of Gareth Bale, yeah, with the assist, yeah, for Aaron Ramsey, bro. And then even like the key pass as well in the build-up.
He tried that 2 or 3 times, and it was one of the times Ramsey should have put it away. But it shows the quality that even those two phases of play were still better than what you've seen from many teams so far this competition. And they're using, what I love about Wales, they're using their best players, bro. They're using their 2 best world-class players, putting them on the ball, and they do magic. Simple as that.
That's it. Like Bale goes where he wants.
Bro, it's simple. Belgium. Pass the ball, bro. As much as people used to laugh even back in the day with the whole Messi Ronaldo thing, where it was like Real Madrid man used to look up and just pass the ball to Ronaldo, and the same with Barca, bro. It is a formula that works, bro. You put the ball in the best player's hands, they'll do magic. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's simple as that. Stop. You don't need to keep playing. We know it's a team game, innit? But at the end of the day, Wales know the job. Wales players even spoke post-match about how much they were asked questions about the game, and they were commenting on Bale. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? That they focused their entire team and game around Gareth Bale touching the ball and making something happen with it.
And so they should, bro. And that's what English should do with Jack Grealish, bro. Give him the ball, innit?
Just give him the ball.
That's the kind of player he is.
Simple as that. Just give him the ball and he'll do magic. But there's not the same confidence level with England with who's the best player. It's not clear from England perspective. With Wales, it's clear.
But you know it is. It's just an arrogant twat of a manager.
Yeah,
what I mean is, when you watch the videos that England are posting online, all the players know Grealish is the best player. Literally, there was a thing that they showed. They saw the video in training, when Grealish flicked up the ball and volleyed it in the top bins, and everyone was just standing there like in awe of man. Like, and when they were doing the shooting drills and Sancho was ripping it top bins, with both feet and that, they know who the ballers are in camp. They know who they are really, innit? But the thing is with the manager, because he was a little man as a footballer, like that, he was any guy, bro. Like, really. So now he's the manager. He's got a bit of seniority in that. He's just trying to flex his muscles with the Grealish thing. Because he never had a personality like that. So it's not even an ego thing, because he's a little man, innit? And that's what happens. When you give little man power, they do what Southgate does. And come out in press conferences and say, I'm not going to be bullied into playing certain players and that. Bruv, you're a punk, man. Shut up. He has been bullied.
What baffles me is that he played in the same team as Gaza. So, of all people...
Yeah, but you're probably hating on Gaza slightly. Don't get it twisted. You know them kind of man there. They're meant to be your brethren, but they're hating on you.
Which by the way, if you even go back and see interviews of Gary Pallister, Lee Sharp, these man even openly said with Cantona saying how much they didn't even like the fact that the way he had this confidence level, it felt like he could do whatever he wanted. Do you know what I'm saying?
And then so Ferguson let him do whatever he wanted as well.
The
players were like, hold on, he just kicked someone. A man didn't even get told off. Like that.
Bro, trust me. Hey, listen, there's an archive interview, where I think it was Lee Sharp and Gary Pallister or something. They said they're all coming onto the coach, all are coming onto the bus and that. And then everyone had to wear a certain suit and a certain tie, blah, blah, blah. Cantona came on some random mad tracksuit with some cowboy outfit. Bro. And then these man try to snitch to the boss and be like, bro, why is he allowed to do that? Fergie's just like, let him do what he wants.
Man said, go sit down at the back, bruv. Did I tell you could come to the front of the bus and talk to me? Come on, bro. Cantona does what Cantona does, bro. Cantona does what Cantona does, blood. And that's what it is. And that's what Grealish is on. Grealish is on that level of smoke, bruv. You have to give him the ball and let man conduct the orchestra. Like that. Because the thing is, football is like the jungle, bro. You see the hierarchy in the football team. It sets itself. The manager doesn't pick who's in charge, the players do. Everyone knows who the ballers are.
But that's if they're the confidence level in these England players to do that.
But it's there, bro, because you can see it. Like, my thing is, the reason why Southgate's not picking Grealish is because it's an ego thing. It's an ego thing because he's a punk, bro. And then if he picks Grealish, he looks like, oh, yeah, I've bowed to the pressure. But really, you should be picking him because he's your best player. He's doing it on a stubborn thing, where it's like, right, I'm the manager, I'll pick who I think. But really, you should pick him because he's the best. All the players know he's the best.
I mean, everyone still is sure that the only reason he even got into the team in the first place was when he wasn't in the team. Remember, about 4 months ago for friendlies, and then there was uproar. People were going mad. Yeah, people were going mad, and then all of a sudden for the next game he played. So, bro, maybe maybe if it weren't for that pressure, he probably would have never even selected. Grealish would be up there battling with flipping Jesse Lingard for probably getting into the squad or not. Who knows?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 100%. Yeah. I haven't left YouTube. I was speaking to Google today. Yeah, they said apparently after 7 days, my live streaming ban will be lifted. Yeah, and I'll be able to stream again. So
why the ban?
Because when I was streaming, I was doing a watch along for the Copa America, and they flipping gave me a copyright strike for some reason wrongly. I've appealed it. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, it's up to 90 days, yeah, for them to overturn it or some bullshit like that. But they said for 7 days, yeah, they disable your live streaming or whatever. So I think that Brazil stream was on Sunday, I think. So by Monday, I should be able to live stream again on YouTube. So I haven't been able to. So I just have to upload this after. But either way, Google, they're dickheads anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? So fuck them. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll be back live stream. I'll be back live streaming on Monday. You know?
These times, these things are clipped up and get sent to Google, and then they chop
send them to Google. I don't care, bro. Like, bruv, I mean, I make them too much money, so they're hardly gonna just fuck me off, bro. I know that they're using me as much as I'm using them, bro. That's the relationship. You know, like that. So it is what it is. So they can piss off. Do you know what I mean? But the customer service is terrible. And bruv, hey, Southgate was like, who could I compare Southgate to? Because he just wasn't good. I don't know. Like all the man I'm thinking of.
He was like a bold. No, he wasn't like a bold. I'm talking about in terms of like level.
Yeah, Steve Bold was even better than him.
No, I'm talking about level of. No. Do you know what? Southgate, he was all right. Do you know what?
Southgate was like a Jamie Carragher, but like even shitter than Carragher.
Yeah, he had a career like. Nah.
Who played? He played for middle.
He had a career like Connor Cody, like a Connor Cody, like
like a Connor Cody, but Cody's better than him.
Good Premier League defender. That's what he was.
Like a Cody or like, but Cody's better than him. Who can I think of? Like Steve Dunn or something. Richard Dunn. Richard Dunn for Man City.
No, you're taking the piss. No,
it's true, bro. He played for Man City, bro. Southgate played for Middlesbrough.
That's old City. That's old Man City, though.
Yeah, Richard Dunn.
I swear, did Gareth Southgate win the League Cup with Middlesbrough? I swear he did.
It doesn't matter.
No.
Bruv, it doesn't matter, bruv. Richard Dunn, bro. You know them ones, like head it out and then shout. You know them centre backs. Head it out and then just tell everyone to step up and bare pictures of man screaming with his arm in the air and that. Bro.
Yeah. But also people like Gareth Southgate because he was like one of those humble ones, isn't it? So I guess that's the reason why he got the job. England just like, look, end of the day, if you have a good career in England, whether it's for your club or for your country, you seem to be set for life with good punditry jobs or a coaching job or a management job. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, Stuart Pearce, all of these men who were part of that squad, bro, most of them are either coaching or pundits now. So
it's true, and them men are fish and chip paper ballers, blood. That's all they are. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to be managing the new generation.
Yeah,
you know like that fish and chip paper, bruv. Stuart Pearce.
And I'm not gonna lie. What I find funny about the England thing, and English should stop doing it for their own sake. Yeah, is because they keep reminiscing and recounting that Euro '96, but it wasn't. Yeah, they went out in the Euro. They went out in the semis. Like you'd think they won it. That do you know what I mean? So I feel like you may as well replay the World Cup or something. Like I know it's the Euros, but it's like at least like I don't see the value of it. It's like you played well, but you went out in the semis and you didn't win. Like
bro, they keep showing that bruv, they keep showing that Gaza goal, like it was the tournament, like it won the tournament. It's like, bro, show the penalty that man missed, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like that. Yeah. It's like England, all the stuff they keep replaying, don't mean because man lost all of these things. But man have only got one Buki World Cup. That's it. Man ain't got no Euros. Bro, England are washed, bro.
Apparently, that's what was pissing a lot of global fans. Yeah, you know, like in the World Cup, a couple of years ago. Like every single win, it's coming on, it's coming up. And then you know what?
They were like, nah.
Bro, when England went out, do you know how many European fans was taking a piss?
They were loving it. They were loving it still.
Yeah, because they probably just don't get why did England talk so much? Like you've won, like you talk like you've won so much. Do you know what I mean? Like,
they talk with the arrogance of like an Italy or a France or a Brazil, like or a Germany. A man are dead, bro. Like they're so dead. That's why I laugh, bro. Like I couldn't relate to England growing up, bruv, watching football because I was like, bruv, they're losers.
No, but that's why England's got
legit.
They got to win one of these major tournaments. They got to win it,
bruv. They're losers and they're not even entertaining either. Like they're boring to watch and they're losers, bro. Like that's the culture. That's the culture, bro. So that's why, as much as like. Man take the piss out of the Americans, say they can't kick ball. But bruv, if they put as much into football as England did into football, bruv, they'll be better than England. And it wouldn't even take long either. Because they've already got the athletes, they've already got the sports science, they've already got the facilities, they've got everything, bro. Like that. So it's one of them ones where if they really wanted to, they'll be clear of England in 20 years. If they really wanted to, because they'll just throw money at it. Anything the Americans throw money at, they do bits. Like England, are punching above their weight football-wise, in terms of where they are, bro, because the facilities here are dead, bro. If you're a young player, if you're a young baller growing up in the hood, where have you got to play football? Nowhere, bruv. You're not allowed to play football outside your house no more. Do you know what I'm saying? True. Like, when I was growing up, bruv, man used to be clapping off man's wing mirrors and that, all of these things. Now, you're not allowed to play football on the street no more. Most of these estates right now, a lot of them used to have the little concrete pitches in the middle. Like only the other day I saw in the news in Streatham, they're trying to close the green on that and build flats on there. You know what? Where these man kicking ball now, bro? Where these man kicking ball? But there's nowhere to kick ball. That's why when they talk about Paris, bruv, they got these little concrete pitches everywhere in Paris, blood. When I was there, there's one right opposite PSG's stadium. When I went to France, I think 2 years ago, I drove there. Bruv, they've got a pitch literally where you can see PSG stadium. So you're playing outside PSG stadium on the pitch, blood. So imagine you're playing there with your brethren and you can look up and see PSG stadium there, bro. And you're like, yo, I could be playing in here. I could be playing in there. It's right outside, bro. Like literally. And then you got here. If you're in London, ain't nowhere to kick ball, bro. Maybe up north and in these other places, they've got more teams and there's more green spaces. But in London, just a concrete jungle, blood. That's all it is. And that's why when you look at the suburbs in Paris and they wonder why they produce all these ballers.
But that's why you even see, like, when you're talking about America, like, one thing about America, that's the reason why people are scared. If America take football seriously at any point, properly, it's finished, because you can see the way that they've made, bro. I know, we all know, like, the country is what 5 times bigger than England, but either way, like, they've made it so they've got 4 major sports in the country, and yet even at college level, uni level, bro, they're still selling out 20,000 seaters, 30,000 seater stadiums, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Forget even the main game of NFL, NBA, whichever.
The college thing is the big thing. It's the big thing, bro. It's the big thing. That's why I love, like, March Madness and that, bro.
Yeah,
I'm due to hit one. I'm due to hit one of those, bruv. Listen, if you see the numbers, man, are getting for collegiate,
and the reason is because there's structure, bro. There's structure from when you're 12 or 13 up to when that next 6 to 7 years, bro, is patterned completely at a different level. But through the scholarship, through the opportunities you get, through what you have to do to get to the next level, it's clear, tiered, and bro, it breeds athletes, real athletes, not just a man who can play ball. Because what England get is a man who can play ball, who's around the 18 to 21 mark, but they don't know how to play football to the level that the top 1% can. And what happens is these England man, to get to that level, comes less and less, which is why England have only probably outside this squad, 3 or 4 other ballers that are good enough to play at international level. Maybe 30 ballers in the whole of England who can play international level competently. Yeah. Bro, that's mad, you know. Only 30 ballers. So to improve that, you need to change the whole structure. The whole structure has got to change. But having said that, this team is good enough with the right formation, tactics to win one of these major competitions. I'll stand by that. It's good enough. 100% good enough.
And the economic thing, like man's saying, football's not for the poor anymore. It's a middle class sport. It's true. I'm starting to notice that now as well. Like back in the day, man used to see like it used to be for the youth them from the ends, and now, like even like one of my guys, his son plays for QPR, innit? I think under 15s or something like that. And when you go to the he's from ends, innit? And when you go to the car park, bare these little posh youths and their dads with their fancy cars and that picking them up and all that. It ain't what it used to be. Bare middle class youths now in football academies. It never used to be like that. Do you know what I mean? And you can see, like in America as well, Zlatan was saying that like he has to pay dough for his kids to play football when he was over there. He's like, football's expensive in America. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, the best ballers are from the hood, bro. They grow up playing football on the streets, bro. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like that's the reason. Another reason why the personality in football's dying now. You're not seeing the flair players anymore. You're not seeing the street smarts and the arrogance and the characters no more because of there's soft youths now, bro.
And any man that had it is almost like it's sucked out of you. Like you have to be completely different to even make it. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like. Bro, it's just different. Like even when you see certain man come into the game for the first time, like to how they were, to how Sterling Rashford even was. I'm not even saying they were that way, but how they were 3-4 years ago to how they are now, bro. The media has completely changed them, bro. And Greenwood the same. Greenwood's a more softer guy anyway, quieter guy, but you'll see all of these certain man change.
Yeah, Greenwood's soft, blood. Like he's not a street baller. You know them ones. You know what I'm saying? Because street ballers have a bit of ruggedness in it, and they have a bit of bastard in them because you have to look after yourself on the streets. You know them ones. You have to look after yourself in the street. When you're playing Wembley and you're playing like Nutmeg Rush and that man are beating you up, bro. Like man was out on the roads and you get Nutmeg, man beating you up, and it's the game. You can't even fight back. Just getting beaten up, bro. Like playing on the road toughens you up, bro. Remember, man used to be barging man into cars and that. You know the ones they played on the street.
Trust me, bro.
We're getting barged into cars, bro. Imagine you're dribbling, man just slams you into someone's car, bro. It used to be peak. You know, like that. So
you're playing on concrete. You know you're coming back with some cuts, like real cuts,
raised knees, everything. Man played on the old school scummy AstroTurf with the sand on it, where when it's wet, you're sliding. Man's knees are getting
the stones and that. No, bro. You know, there's no groundsman to sweep nothing as well. That's the same stones from earlier.
Bro, it's crazy, bro. Like football's changed, isn't it? So everything's just soft now, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So man that they're calling street ballers ain't really street ballers, bro. Because on the street, man can look after yourself when you're playing.
But that's the reason why the South Americans always breed these madness, bro. Because these
guys like Tevez and that, because them man are really.
These men are playing out here, bro. They're probably playing some pink slip games and that.
Yeah, bare knuckle football and that, bro.
These men have to win. These ones where they have to win in that. Do you know what I'm saying? But all jokes aside, like. Bro, South American breeds tough ballers, like out and out, and not necessarily through strength, like holding the ball off, but it's just in terms of resilience, bro, and aggression. And that's what sees you through your career in the early days, because a lot of it needs to be, you need to be tougher, hopefully, like Greenwood gets that. Like you have to be tougher. You have to be able to brush off media like they're irrelevant, bro. Because 3-4 years ago, bro, you had bigger problems than the media. Let's keep it 100, like. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you got bigger problems than some random 50-year-old chatting rubbish on a newspaper. So it's nothing to you. Do you know what I mean? And that's probably why a lot of people's way of seeing it when they see the media, they're just like, I don't care. Some are like that. I don't care because, bro, what is that to me compared to other problems that I used to have?
In fact,
nothing.
Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean. So that's where the game's going. You man, there's a new poll up as well. Make sure you get involved in that as well. And I think technology is definitely killing the game because people don't want to go outside and play football no more. They can just play FIFA, and that's what it is as well. There's loads of different things in it. So I don't know, bro. The game's dying slowly in it, bro. So it is what it is. But that's why man's happy. I got my Rants react, so man could do the little nostalgia thing. Like that, and look at real ballers. And then now I'm going to be arguing with some youth with an Avi account and that. You know what I mean? That they're going to say that his dead stat padding ballers better than the man before him and that, bro. So it is what it is, isn't it? The game
how the game has changed, boy.
Yeah, it's mad. It's crazy, and not for the better either. Like that. Not for the better either. So, nah, man, it gets like that, bro. Man said Grealish has the accent and talks like he has no media training. Yeah, he doesn't, bro. He's just a lad, innit? That's why I love that guy. Do you know what I mean? He'll be Grealish FC, blood. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully he plays today. Honestly, it's Scotland, innit? Doesn't matter who England pick, you have to beat Scotland. It's one of them lads' Tottenham games, innit?
I won't be surprised if today ends 1-1 still.
Bruv, anyhow, man.
England don't have to win. They don't have to win, innit? And Scotland have to get a certain. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Bro.
1-1 cut the boys off.
England better win. I don't even have an England shirt. I tried to see if Joel's got a plug for one in it so I can get a free one. Man's got Rio and all them, man. The man can't even pattern an England shirt, bro. I don't know what's going on. Them, man. But I need an England shirt, yeah. I'm not paying for it. Like that. So it is what it is. They be giving these C-list influencers flipping free England shirts and I can't get one. It's mad. The man I'm seeing getting England shirts. Oh, thanks Nike and that. I'm like, bro, no one watches you. Like that. Man came up on my explore page. Like that. What's going on, bro? I'm fuming, cuz. Man could even send me a flipping shirt, blood. Like that. So it is what it is, bro. Man needs an England shirt, fam. Like that. Someone needs to pattern me an England shirt. I'm not paying for it. So it is what it is, innit? That gang business. Hopefully, my man moved to these man. Them ones. Hopefully, we move to Scotland. Them ones. Man's in hooligan mode, blood. When we play against the home nations, I want blood. I don't care because I don't want no man chatting to me. Because you'll get a random Scottish people, A random Scottish brother will chat shit in the supermarket, I don't even know you.
You're gonna see Scott McTominay, Robertson,
Lowy, Robertson, and them man. And then them man will be trying to do these little indirects in the press conference. Because you see how these men start chirping, bro. Nah, I can't have it. Not today, bro. Them ones. I can't have it. Because this is their cup final.
John McGinn.
Bro. Yeah. This is their cup final, bro. Yeah. Like that. So man ain't losing to Scotland.
If they beat England, they've already achieved enough to be happy.
Enough. They'll go home after that and just be cool. I can't have it. Like I remember when we played Wales, blood. I remember when we played Wales in 2016, bro. Bro, the way I was gassed when we packed them, bro. Because remember Gareth Bale scored the free kick, and it was a mad thing.
Yeah,
like, bro. I'm so glad that we beat them. I can't have it. You know them, man. 100%. Oh yeah, that's a good shout. I'll get Gabby to pattern me a shirt from Jack. That's a shout. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm gonna get that pattern. That's a great shout. That's what I mean. You man fucking thinking clearer than me, blood. You know what I'm saying? Fucking hell.
If Scotland win McGinn to United confirmed, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, he probably will come.
Oh, see, man, don't even need none. It's trash, bro. Absolute trash.
That'll be McGinn and McTom in the middle. That's what they're talking about. Let's go.
I'm not here for any of that crap. Do you know what I mean? I'm not here for any. Not here for any of that crap. Honestly, yeah. Man just needs to tuck Scotland in. I don't care who does it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who does it. I'm not here for no McGinn to United crap. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here for it. Legit. I just want a nice win today. Don't care how it comes. You know what I mean? I'm not stupid enough to want England to play good football and actually win. I'll just take the win. You know, like that. It. So
take the win. Do you know what I mean? Keep it moving. After these two games, England will probably play like Grealish in the third game, because that would be the game that England can play his second team. Because that would be when, and I want to see Sancho.
Grealish will play then.
I want to see Sancho on the bench or questions.
I'll be happy if Sancho's in the squad today. I'd just be happy if he's in the squad today. That'd be great. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine man is saying that 17 goals, 20 assists, you know, and he wasn't in the squad.
Bro, but this is the reason why certain man just stay playing in England, bro. Because this is what happens. This is what happens when you try and play away that you don't get, bro. That's it. As much as England have got all the scouts which should be watching, they should have a scout permanently in Germany.
Yeah, 100%.
Because of Jude Bellingham and Sancho. But the truth is, Sancho's probably been like, bro, you're clearly not watching, man. Like, this is one of them. Like, you're clearly not watching me, bro. That's it, and that's the reason why. That's the reason why England had a period, bro. I think besides like Joe Cole, who was even towards the end of his career, no England player, no England international quality player was playing out of England.
Yeah, true.
I remember there was a point of time that was the case, and that's it. And the same thing's going to happen this time around, where Sancho's going to be like, "Oh, okay, cool. I have to play back in the Premier League then. Otherwise, I don't. Otherwise, no chance for England." I hope that's not the case, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, some ball. And tonight's stream starts at 7:30. People, we're back again. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, to answer that, bro, Alexis Sanchez Rants Reacts is coming this weekend. You get me? So I think it's the best one I've ever done. I can't even lie. I had so much fun filming it. So you get me? That's coming out today. You'll see it in it. Like, and then
Hazard looks like he's much more fit now than he was. Yeah, he looks much more focused as well. Like Belgium's one of them teams that's just going to come good slowly in this tournament. And if I was to put a bet on now, I would like confidently put it on Belgium. To be honest, I think they could do it as dark horses for sure. For sure.
That's it. So big up everyone inside. Back again here at 7:30, people. And bro, make sure you follow Akeem. Make sure you follow Akeem on the socials. It's right there. What's up?
No, that goal. Oh no, Sweden's 1-1 nil. No, I was just looking at the result. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, bro, yeah, definitely, bro. And we'll
make sure you follow him up
as well.
Yeah, definitely. Akeem will jump on one of the watch along soon. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. You're late. When will it be uploaded to YouTube? I'm gonna upload it now. So it'll be up on YouTube by 5 o'clock more than likely. So big up everyone inside. 7:30 back here on Twitch for the watch along for England versus Scotland, people. See you lot.